Bentornati ragazzi.
Ciao a tutti.
Allora, oggi abbiamo giocato 1 ora e mezza, registrato la parte successiva, ma in realtà OBS ha deciso di non funzionare.
Ops.
Pertanto, dato che il gioco non ha dei salvataggi automatici regolari, non abbiamo modo di condividere con voi quella parte, quindi adesso metteremo in sovraimpressione delle parti del gameplay, ma vi faremo un riassunto di quello che è successo affinché ci possiate seguire con la storia.
Yeah.
Quindi avevamo un incontro con Janus, questo capo di questi attivisti, questi hacker positivi, lo vedete anche qui al bivio. L'incontro fra Jensen e Janus non è andato come pianificato. L'hacker ha identificato il terzo cospiratore della NSN come Bob Page, amministratore delegato della VersaLife, che è proprio quella a cui a quanto pare l'ARC è stata accusata di aver fatto l'attacco, ma noi sappiamo che non è vero, perché abbiamo visto la cosa dalla parte di Miller e sappiamo che non è davvero stata l'ARC.
È stato organizzato dalla VersaLife.
Stava chiedendo a Jensen di penetrare in una camera blindata della VersaLife stessa alla banca Palisade, quando l'arrivo di alcuni droni di sicurezza hanno costretto Jensen alla fuga. Noi siamo scappati, non siamo riusciti a farlo furtivamente, non ci hanno visti, siamo a malapena sfuggiti all'imboscata, siamo stati contattati da Nomad Stanek, che era
l'orologiaio,
la cui figlia, sappiamo, era la responsabile delle bombe.
Yes.
Tra l'altro si era inimicato i Dvali, che gli avevano messo una bomba a casa sua al veleno, ma per fortuna lui non l'aveva beccata, perché nel frattempo l'Interpol, cioè noi, li avevano catturato. L'orologiaio aveva scoperto che la vita di sua figlia era in pericolo. Jensen doveva agire subito per salvarla. Prima che potesse farlo, però, ha ricevuto una chiamata di Vega. La VersaLife avrebbe trasferito dalla Property Bank di Praga delle prove cruciali quella notte stessa. Dovevamo mettere le mani su quei materiali. Non potevamo fare tutte e due le missioni, quindi dovevamo scegliere.
Abbiamo scelto di salvare la figlia di Stanek. Lei, a quanto pare, è a capo della famosa setta del dio macchina.
Era la madre.
La madre. E quindi, entrati nel nascondiglio di questa setta,
era un vero e proprio complesso pieno di cavi, cose un po' future, pieno di server anche.
Sì, pienissimo di server che non avevamo subito capito cosa dovessero alimentare, a cosa erano collegati. Ma dopo tante traversie, perché comunque...
Tra cui ho fatto canestro a un basket che era difficilissimo, c'era una palla da basket, io ho fatto centro, dopo 1000 tentativi, ma tanto non lo saprete mai.
Purtroppo.
Siamo riusciti a trovare una strada tutta strana per salire direttamente sopra, entrare, stendere qualcuno, disattivare le videocamere e non abbiamo fatto saltare l'allarme. Siamo arrivati direttamente da lei, senza aver messo nessuno in allarme. E abbiamo fatto un dialogo molto importante.
Sì.
Lei era sul punto di fare l'ascensione, ossia questo rituale in cui avrebbe perso il suo corpo e sarebbe diventata pura coscienza, pura macchina.
Lei e altri suoi seguaci erano collegati a questa enorme macchina che era quella che era alimentata dai server che avevamo visto. E essenzialmente era un suicidio di massa, perché avrebbero rinunciato al loro corpo, alla carne, per diventare coscienza. Ma come abbiamo già visto, significa semplicemente che vanno in coma.
Esatto, ma invece noi abbiamo convinta a ripensarci. Attraverso una negoziazione molto tesa, grazie al nostro perk sociale siamo riusciti a decifrare quello che voleva, ciò di cui aveva bisogno, e l'abbiamo convinta che la sua gente aveva bisogno di lei, che non tutto era finito e che alla fine non valeva la pena di fare questo rito. Lei ha accettato di restare, poi ovviamente è arrivata l'Interpol che l'ha presa in arresto e lei ha accettato di farsi arrestare.
Ma non prima di darci delle informazioni fondamentali, perché lei aveva fabbricato la bomba per qualcuno e quel qualcuno era
Viktor Marchenko, che era quel tizio enorme pelato che abbiamo incontrato quando siamo andati a Golem, esatto.
Sì.
Abbiamo scoperto più informazioni su di lui, sappiamo che era ucraino. A un certo punto sono andato in Russia, è comparso con figlia e moglie, ma poi improvvisamente sono sparite, quindi c'è qualcosa che non torna su di lui. Lei ci ha detto innanzitutto che ha creato più di una bomba, quindi probabilmente questi terroristi ne faranno altri di attentati. Ci ha confermato che il capo della ala estremista del movimento dell'ARC era appunto questo Viktor Marchenko. E inoltre ci ha dato alla fine, dato che l'abbiamo convinta, un dispositivo, un aggeggio per disinnescare eventuali bombe del genere. Dopodiché siamo usciti da lì e il nostro dottore, Bisturi, il nostro Coller, ci ha chiamato dicendo che lo strumento che avevamo preso per aiutarci a integrare le nostre modifiche corporee, il calibratore, lui era pronto a installarcelo e quindi adesso abbiamo varie missioni da poter fare quando iniziamo questo playthrough. Quindi speriamo...
Ovviamente abbiamo perso tutti i materiali alla palisade, ormai quella missione è andata.
Esattamente, quella è andata, ma abbiamo salvato una persona e il padre ci è stato grato. Noi siamo proprio qua, abbiamo preso qualche perk in più, ci siamo aumentati un po' la stamina.
È successo una cosa, tra l'altro, proprio all'ultimo abbiamo ricevuto una chiamata da Aria Argento,
Sì.
che ci ha detto che un tizio si è sventrato tutti i potenziamenti davanti a casa nostra.
Esatto, e infatti abbiamo questa che è la missione principale in cui dobbiamo confrontarci con chi ha costruito la bomba. Poi invece questo è andare da Coller e poi abbiamo questo, troppo vicino a casa. Che possiamo fare? Io partirei proprio da qui,
Sì,
però
più
vediamo
brevi.
un attimo. Io volevo vedere la mappa perché vorrei andare a vendere qualche arma che abbiamo accumulato.
Proprio casa nostra, vedi? Beh. Non so se è aperto.
Questa è casa nostra, ok.
Sì. Qua. È da un po' che non veniamo qui, eh?
Vero?
Questa è una scena del crimine.
Ah,
He's not unhealthy.
By now?
Johnny's not going anywhere. What's your hurry?
We can't let them get away with
Orders
this. You
are
have to
orders.
tell us.
Orders are orders.
Orders
I was
are
given the same
sì,
order.
dice solo questo.
Non hai messo
I
le
know
cuffie?
all about
Perché sto
our
sentendo.
orders.
Giusto, giusto.
Do me a favor, eh? At least pretend to look for evidence.
You don't think he did it?
I do think
Ecco
he
qua.
did,
Altrimenti si sente doppio.
but I also think
Certo.
we should at least try to prove orders are orders.
Continua a dire
Can't let
sì.
them
I
get away
do
with
think
this.
he did it.
Mistra?
I recognize
Daria
you. We're neighbors.
Mistra.
La dea della
I've
magia.
seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Questa
You have any idea where she
sventata.
was?
Sì,
No.
un braccio e due gambe.
I've never seen her before.
Guarda qui che clippa la
It's so
testa.
sad that nothing will be done about this.
Il lamento
All
IMP.
victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
In passato eravamo poliziotti, adesso siamo un po' più una cosa.
I was a cop
Complicato.
once. Old habits die hard.
In America?
Yeah, Detroit. It was a long time ago.
I bet you have a lot of experience. You're used to this sort of thing.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
It's natural to be scared.
Then you understand. I don't want to get involved if I don't have to.
Sure, I understand. You don't know anyone here. But there's a chance this could happen again. The more you're willing to cooperate with the police, the better the odds of catching whoever's responsible.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an aug.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact
Vuole solo il
you?
nostro numero di
You planning
telefono.
to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. talk to you about what happened.
How come she talks to him and not to me?
They love to tear us apart.
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see
Sembra
anything?
Claudio Bisio.
You mean the witness
Però non
over
hai
there?
baffi, Claudio.
She's not sure yet.
Però vedi, a dire,
How can she
ognuno ha
not
una
be
faccia
sure?
incredibilmente diversa dall'altro.
She saw
Bellissima
something
questa
or she
cosa.
didn't.
Sì, secondo me se li hanno modellati,
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught.
Belli questi scorci, vedi?
Believe that's
Sono
true.
loro 3.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
Cura? Cura? La compressione penso sia l'arma migliore in questi casi, più che
I was a cop
sfida
for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do
cameratismo.
and what you know is right.
Lui non mi è
Tell
sembrato
me about
so.
it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forgo any unnecessary investigation.
Dice forgo any unnecessary investigation, quindi evitare ogni investigazione non necessaria, molto diverso dalla traduzione.
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right.
Heavily
So if you're not
augmented.
comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was going to work your case for you.
Sure you did.
Perché?
Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually
Mi piace il
love him
cappotto di questo tipo. Ma anche quello suo. Ma quello suo anno 2000 però.
Careful of the evidence.
Ormai ci sei dentro, ma ho detto. Comunque, che ne pensi? Cioè, la traduzione
I
è...
have some
Sì,
questions
non
for
è
you.
bellissima.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help,
Molto
and so
bella
I will
lei.
try to help as well.
Vero, bel modello, diversissimo dalle altre.
How did the attack happen? What was the killer doing?
He was on top of her, cutting the evil out.
What?
That's what he called it.
Cutting the evil out. Ah, giustamente, gli strappava le gale
Serious
cybergambe.
Very
Anche un
clearly,
arco.
yes.
Braccio.
He sounded confident, authoritarian, like a general
Mm.
commanding troops.
What did he say exactly?
It is time to make you whole again.
What?
Make you whole again. Intera di nuovo.
Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man. I remember he was very big. The shadow, it covered everything.
So you can't describe him.
Not the face, no. His clothes, he was wearing something very dark, black, maybe blue.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man, but I can't say for sure.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for Starlight, my cat.
Starlight.
There was lightning and suddenly this flash of certainty. That's when I knew something awful was happening.
Where were you exactly?
In the shadows. My head was down. I couldn't move. Oh God, stupid Daria. I shouldn't have gone
Pure
out
misticheggiante
today. The
questo.
energies were all wrong.
Is there anything else I should know about you?
You want to know about Daria? What is there to tell? Small town girl came to the big city to escape her problems, to try and become someone else.
Did it work?
Not really. You can't escape yourself. You can't just come to a big city and expect all your problems.
Piccole cose di saggezza.
Doesn't work that way.
Sono pezzettini di dialogo che ti danno una profondità inaspettata.
È vero.
Bad memories of the police.
What kind of memories?
Get calls I didn't want. Tickets I didn't deserve. The policemen here are worse than children. Former captains of high school sports teams who never recapture their years of glory.
I was captain of the debate team in high school.
Oratoria.
Yes, well, debate is different.
Debate.
What's your take on Montag? You ever meet him before tonight?
I went to the station once, years ago, to complain about the ticket. Detective Montag is the one they send you to handle the paperwork.
How'd he do?
He did fine. The point is, he's a desk jockey. Look at him, he's lost out here. The cops who know how to catch killers, they're not the ones sent to investigate murdered ox.
Ci hanno mandato un passacarte ad indagare.
Investigation.
Good luck.
Vabbè, che gliene frega allora, una augmented.
Ma terribile questa cosa.
Giustamente, giustamente, per loro, giustamente. Allora. Ops. Ok.
Vabbè, ma la scena del crimine da analizzare, I guess. Oh no, l'abbiamo già contaminato.
Incisioni.
Ok. Angela Gunn. Lividi sul collo. È morta così.
Can't believe we got stuck down here.
Vago spezzato.
Didn't think so.
Just because Montag trusts him, doesn't mean I do.
Niente,
7 sono le prove.
Damn. Là, il muro. Più.
You found something.
Sì.
Press. Quindi il reporter era. Ok.
Lei sul documento identificativo non aveva gli
Away
occhiali.
from the crime scene.
Quindi forse sono quelli dell'assassino.
It's your turn to buy the coffee.
Qui ci sono varie cose, l'ago, il dispositivo EMP e lo strangolamento. Oltre al chiaro...
What?
I chiari arti estirpati. Quindi come cavolo è morta questa donna? Si sono accaniti.
Dovevamo. Ha detto di andare a parlare col tizio.
No, I don't
Sì.
believe it.
Dov'è il segnalino? Ma
No.
devi andare da un negoziante?
Quella è fa fare la prima missione, credo.
Got nothing else to say.
Controlla il menu. E infatti, punto di interesse. Invece.
Parla con Montag, ok. Vediamo se parlando con loro, magari.
Esatto.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
È un bravo uomo.
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right? It's not enough that he's an og, and that your bosses want him to go down.
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't,
Dov'è?
I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
How long have you been a cop?
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years. But that doesn't mean I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
People hold a hell of a grudge against hogs, ever since the incident.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? Hog or no hog.
It's not that simple, and you know it. A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be. It's an instrument of those in power. A reflection of the society it protects.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Intopol.
Tante domande gli possiamo
Do you know
fare.
if the victim had any enemies?
Io me le segno perché nei GDR investigativi non so che fare.
I really couldn't tell you.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in evidence. But I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City, and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who.
La pena di morte.
He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
I spoke to Daria. She's able to confirm that the suspect is male. Other than that, she's all over the place. Think she's
Male or
pretty shaken up.
female?
Yeah, well, can't blame her. I would be too. You seem to have made a good impression, though. Ever since you got here, she seems different, calmer. You know,
Donna.
I met my first wife over a crime scene. Let me give you a very important piece of advice, eh? Never
Questo
marry the ones
discorso.
you
Cioè,
save.
come vai?
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
I found this piece of glass near the body. A pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
Porchi di sangue?
I found this press ID on the victim.
Okay, enlighten me. We care about this. Why?
Angela Gunn was a journalist. Maybe this is work-related. Maybe she uncovered something she wasn't supposed to.
Maybe. I don't know.
Mamma mia, utilissimo.
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
Sto prendendo una piega e nella mia
Did the
mente
killer leave anything behind?
Che è
complottista.
stato
Does
lui.
anything strike you as odd?
Stato
No, la
loro.
polizia.
I don't
La polizia è
know.
stata.
It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
I found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Maybe, but keep in mind she was an AUG. Don't you all have to shoot up that new pulse shit? Let's go for the obvious before jumping to any wild conclusions.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh, a fingerprint. I must have missed that one. This is exactly the kind of evidence I'm talking about. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it to him.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
Huh. The way you said that just now.
What about it?
The way you described the AUG removal. And before, you mentioned a broken needle in the right shoulder.
Medico.
That's right.
It reminds me, you know.
Yeah.
There was this cop, Smolinski. He used to work in this neighborhood. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone acting just like a dead killer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. But I remember him mentioning something about needles and AUG removal. Smolinski died in the police station bombing. Whatever files he had would have been moved into temp storage, across the street from the bombed out station. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing.
Tizio, non
I
sapevo
want to
dove
help
va.
you with this case.
Sì.
To do that, I need a rundown of what you know already.
Help me, huh? You mean like being my subordinate?
I mean, like making sure we catch whoever's responsible.
Right. Well, I have a dead body, Angela Gunn. I have bureaucratic pressure to arrest the augmented husband, Johnny Gunn. I have a crime scene, and I have you.
Molto lunga questa conversazione.
No.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
That's fine by me.
Non troppo utile, onesto. Cioè, l'abbiamo trovato quell'informazione del serial killer o chi lo imita. Già passati.
Oh, lui aveva indicato qua come casa del tizio.
The news just keeps getting worse.
Proviamo qua.
Sì, perché alla fine...
Please, I can pay you. You must have me.
Sorry, we only sell rainbows. A different kind of stuff. It is called me.
Intanto la missione del punto di interesse è sparita dal menu.
E quello è il problema. Non ci dice dove vive il tipo.
Come che si chiamava?
Johnny Gunn con due N. Beh, nel frattempo io ne approfitto per vendere qualche arma.
Dai razzisti!
Sono tutti razzisti.
Praxis, eh?
I might be in.
They sell them.
Yeah, I got.
Buy something.
C'è un altro testimone sulla scena del crimine che non abbiamo notato.
I have everything I need.
Intanto ho fatto...
Fuck off then.
Vabbè. Maleducato.
Ma tanto anche se compri tantissimo ti manda comunque a fare in culo. Maledetti allora. Allora, entriamo sulla scena del crime.
Chissà come se l'è cavata la polizia durante l'incidente. Saranno stati davvero operati di lavoro come mai nella loro vita. Agente di polizia. Passante.
Gruesome, isn't it?
You think it was just a matter of
Maldicente.
time.
Maldicente.
Before who got her?
She's that journalist. The one writing all those things about you know who.
Voldemort.
You'll have to fill me in.
Radko Perry? The local anti-AUG politician? That's Angela Gunn lying there. She's the one that's been writing about him. There was a threat of a scandal and everything. Coincidence?
It's important to follow the evidence in situations like this. You can't just accuse people left and right.
I gave you evidence. I told you. The articles.
Right. Other than that, is there anything else that makes you think this politician might be responsible?
Damn right there is. Fucker told my car once. When he was municipal transport minister.
I
Populismo.
see.
I hate that guy so much.
Did you actually see anything?
I just got here. So I see what you see. A dead, augmented journalist.
Thanks.
Ok.
Ok, abbiamo sbloccato una nuova pista. Parliamo con
La tipa?
l'investigatore.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Let's talk about the case.
All right, so talk.
I think I might have some information on potential suspects.
Let me guess. It's the colonel with a lead pipe in the library.
Cioè, ti stiamo aiutando!
Apparently the victim was mixed up in some kind of political scandal with a man named Radko Perry.
Hey, not the first time a politician and a journalist didn't get along.
So you don't think he's worth talking to?
Radko Perry? A murderer? I don't think so. Worst he can do to someone is get their car towed.
Good thing I don't have a car. Where can I find this guy?
Radko runs his campaign out of an old print shop not far from here. You want to brighten up his day? Be my guest. But that's all you'll be doing by telling him his rival is dead.
Ok, mi ha fatto un segno di
I have what
missione.
I need for now.
Ok.
You do what
Lo spazzino.
No.
In inglese la missione si chiama The Harvest. Molto meglio.
It makes me scared to leave.
Raccolta di organi.
Mamma mia. No, questo ti è rimasto...
No,
Ah no, è lì proprio.
vedi. Vai e Daphne.
Ok? Allora era lì.
Nothing to report on these filthy streets.
Opzionale.
C'è una stamperia. Vediamo sulla mappa.
Accanto al pawn shop. Ho letto.
Collar.
Pawn shop è quello lì, no? Dove c'è il... no?
Anche questa è un'altra pista. Radko Perry. Andiamo
Ok.
qua.
The things you see.
Poi è un vero e proprio caso. Mi aspettavo una missione molto breve.
Le missioni di punti di interesse a quanto pare sono belle intense.
Sometimes fires are accidental.
No?
The
Ah,
time
andando
machine.
più avanti.
A fire could have started by...
Come sta cambiando il gioco rispetto all'inizio?
Questa è la stamperia.
Come on, you know how this goes. Come on, let's see them.
If you don't want any surprises, you might want to be more specific.
Shut up, Clank. I want your papers, not your opinion. Fuck me. We do not want trouble. There is no need to start any trouble, yes?
You sure you don't want to see anything else?
Sfrutterò tutte queste battute razziste in Blade Runner.
No respect.
Mamma.
Keep moving, Radko.
Era col tipo fuori, mi sa.
Are you Radko Perry?
If this is about that anti-Aug speech I gave, save your indignation, okay? I'm only the voice of the people. I'm only saying what they want to hear. Your problem, it isn't with me. It's with the way this issue is bowling.
I'm here about Angela Gunn.
Who?
A journalist. She was found dead in an alley.
Oh, how sad.
But you wouldn't know anything about it.
What? No. But the fact that you could imply such a thing, I am a public figure.
Ooh.
But rest assured, my team will look into it. I'll even send the family a gift basket. How does that sound?
Continua invece che fa? No.
I heard she was about to expose you. Is that why you
Non
killed
è
her?
stato lui comunque,
Or
secondo
did you
me.
have someone do it for you?
No, anche secondo me.
Expose me? Expose me for what? Who are you? What do you want from me?
I'm here because I heard Angela found skeletons in your closet.
Well, lucky for me that she's dead then, huh? No, but seriously, what kind of skeletons?
Is that all you care about? She was just murdered. You could show a little more compassion.
Compassion is for the cameras, but hey, maybe you should be the politician. For a second there, I almost believed you care.
Your politics are viciously anti-Aug, is that accurate?
Viciously? I like that.
Do you go out of your way to incite violence?
Bagatina questa
I wouldn't call
conversazione.
it going out of my way, more like it's on my way. A flower you pick as you pass by. To be honest, my politics aren't even based on an ideology. It's very simple for me. I tell people what they want to hear, and I stay out of jail.
You're not doing a very good job tonight.
I'm doing just fine.
You really hate Augs that much?
Some more than others.
Tell me about your relationship with Angela.
Angela? Angela who?
Madonna.
Angela Gunn, the journalist who's apparently been writing some very insightful articles about you.
Oh, her. She did a nice job of keeping my name in the news. Local politics is a real slog, you know. As long as they're talking about you, it's good.
Ogni pubblicità è buona pubblicità.
Sure,
Sai come
not?
parla?
Angela's readers were never my voters. I'm not exactly courting the Aug vote here. Did Angela and I share views? No. Did we like each other? Not one bit. But our hatred was professional, not personal. Nothing to kill over.
Sure you don't want to add anything about Angela?
She got what she deserved, but not from me.
Can you tell me where you were tonight?
Out getting vote.
Can anyone attest to that?
Sure. Any number of people. My secretary, my brother, my mother. I just need to call them to remind them they were with me. That's all.
You think this is funny? Someone dies and you flaunt the fact that people will lie for you?
You're going to lock me up for trying to stay positive?
You don't think this is serious?
I think murder is very serious, but the notion that I could be involved in one is not.
So you're not gonna tell me where you really were tonight?
Evidently not.
You sure you don't want to rethink your fake alibi?
Where I was tonight is none of your business.
Ok.
I have what I need for now.
Good for you.
Get lost.
City of the future. According to its creators, Serbia is a new way of living. A utopia.
Just go back the
Non mi
way you
piace,
came.
The Santo Group's safe harbor initiative. The city, the first of its kind, will be a haven for augmented people. Sustainable and self-sufficient
Damn
hub of
addicts.
creativity and innovation.
Ops. Non ho fatto niente, non ho fatto niente, non ho
Walk
fatto
away,
niente.
do it all.
Su di lui.
Oh, get stuck among the scum.
Dovremmo...
Get lost, Hanser.
Lì c'è una grata.
I'm here to protect Mr. Perry.
Ok, parliamo di prostituta quindi. Arma stordente? È fortunato questo ragazzo.
I'll walk the door.
What?
Ecco perché non ci voleva dire dov'era. Con tanto di videocamera, ragazzi. Dio.
È più professionale di quella che uso io.
Al mare.
Signor agente di sicurezza.
Ho dimenticato il tuo nome. Sì, la cassaforte al piano di sopra, probabilmente. Lì c'è un PC.
Dici che è su la cassaforte?
Sul quadro. Tanuccio. Dobbiamo fare il giro. Fai spam? Furtivo?
100% però.
Anche se fai furtivo.
Vediamo.
Anomaly detected.
A quanto pare.
Trace program initiated.
Ne abbiamo di tanto.
Ti abbiamo fatto spam.
Access granted.
E ora vedremo un po'. Ok. Quindi non è un'idea sua di essere antipotenziati.
Servizio stampa? No. Ok, pubblicheranno i suoi... Oh, abbiamo fallito la missione.
No, abbiamo fallito questa parte. Trova delle prove certe. Vediamo, magari le troviamo qua. Ma questo era lo stesso che stava sopra.
Sì, sì.
Magari troviamo qua, perché... Un messaggio da lei. Ah, perché lui stava con la potenziata.
Beh, penso che quel video verrà pubblicato perché abbiamo detto alla tipa non ce ne frega niente, non so di cosa stai parlando e quindi...
Did you forget something?
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Do they now?
These pictures Angela had of you, they're worth a lot more than that, aren't they?
How did you... Who are you?
Doesn't matter. What matters is that this constitutes motive. Angela Gunn knew that Prague's premier anti-AUG politician had a bit of an AUG fetish.
What you call motive, I call luck. Angela was a problem, now that problem is gone. That doesn't mean I made it go away.
Those pictures of you won't be good for your career.
Ah, who's to say? Never overestimate the voters.
I have what I need for now.
Good for you.
Non mi ha convinto comunque come assassino. Perché togliergli i potenziamenti?
Qua era prima di scendere.
22-9, sì.
Let's try.
Perché non...
Perché secondo me se negoziamo con quella troviamo prove più certe.
Ok.
Did you forget something?
Ok.
I have what I need for now.
Good for you.
Vediamo se è giù. Possiamo ancora...
Userei sempre la grata che forse ci... Ah no, il tipo era sceso giù.
Ok. Vabbè, insomma è un populista questo qua, cioè dà per... fa finta di essere contro gli augmented, però in realtà a lui piacciono, almeno a livello di fetish.
Non gliene frega niente, perlomeno.
Sì, no, è uno... tipo Salvini alla fine. Che prima dice peste e corna e poi delle persone, poi...
L'ha fatto con il Sud Italia, l'ha fatto con i migranti, l'ha fatto con l'Europa.
Dov'era la grata?
Fuori. Però il guardia del corpo è scesa giù, ti ricordi?
Sì.
Quella che tu preferisci comunque...
È facile da uccidere da giù. Da
qui.
Da stordire da qua è facile.
Did it? Ah, sospetto, no. Oh no, ti vede.
Bah.
Di pochissimo. No, questa l'ha già presa la cosa. Damn! Cosa fai? Otar Borcovelli.
Otar Borcovelli, l'altro dei Dvali, quello che non vedeva bene Holler.
Ah, giusto, quello che invece Radko, penso... Non c'è qui? Ah no, forse sta ancora facendo. Tieni, tranquillo. Ci fa un po' tanti soldi. Ecco.
Ha detto it's barely a scratch, però.
Ah, prendiamo una. c'è qualcos'altro, quella mazza, no? Calmare. E se andiamo prima alla cassaforte e poi parliamo con la tizia?
Might be a good idea.
Crediti là. Sento studioso. Angela Gunn.
The world consists of little more than terror, conflict, and
Di quello non c'è più di credito.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Prackety, do it. Do it.
Access granted.
Ok. Ivanka. Trump. Ma questa non è la tizia di The Valley, o è solo il modello ad essere... No.
Forse è simile, ma no, non era lei.
Sono pronta a negoziare, avevamo detto prima.
O vogliamo mettere questo?
Non so. Abbiamo salvato. L'affiamo? Interrogo. Ok, non abbiamo fallito. Ok.
Perché aveva la conversazione, immagino.
Quindi sappiamo per certo che lui non è stato perché stasera, queste ultime 24 ore, era, diciamo, a far baldoria.
Did you forget something?
Poteva mandare qualcuno.
What's your position on Hobbs?
Officially, I think they are a menace to society.
And unofficially? You're a real big fan of us, aren't you? Some of us, anyway.
My position on Oggs is nothing personal, if that's what you mean. Like I said, I am a servant of the people. Their desires are my desires. Their prejudices, my prejudices.
I'm talking about your desires. The ones depicted in that photo. Very artistic.
That picture is private. Who are you?
See, I think your position on Hobbs
muro
is a
sta
little more
parlando.
complex than you've been letting on. Apparently, Ivanka has footage of what you were doing tonight. Trying to convince those Ogg sisters to vote for you, is that it?
What do you want?
Unlike everyone else you seem to know, I'm not trying to blackmail you. I just want to know who murdered that woman tonight.
Wish I could help you, but as you can see, I was busy with something else, of which there is ample video evidence. You're not going to tell anyone, are you?
Your hypocritical private life isn't my concern right now. I just want to know who was in that alley tonight.
It wasn't me. Now, if you want to keep slinging mud at poor Radko Perry, go right ahead, but as far as I'm concerned, you know I'm not a killer.
Well, that's for me to decide, Radko.
Lille bitch. No, comunque io penso che fare discorsi di odio e tutto, chiaramente non è stato lui a uccidere, ma ha fomentato un odio che è già troppo grande. La gente che ci marcia su quelle cose, dal mio punto di vista, è abbastanza complice.
Worse than the beggars.
Vai a cista citrvr.
Wrong fucking line, Ted.
I have a permit. It's not like they did not see me working here. Good evening, sir. I am sorry. The police are moving me on.
I get that a lot too. You work for the Santo group?
Gruppo Santo.
Yes, I am a vocational representative. Felice Ullman. Sir, I suppose you have heard about Rabia? Any interest in starting a new life there? Living in a city where the choices you made to become augmented are respected? What would you say?
I'd say that I'd just come out of the Udalek complex. Wasn't that Santo's last better future for the augmented?
That was supposed to be a temporary housing solution for transient workers. But after the incident, the Czech government had other ideas.
And Santo washed its hands of the place.
No, our hands were tied. Because of how we did business, contracting to governments. Santo does things differently now. Thanks to Mr. Brown.
I'm surprised to see a corporate CEO openly supporting Augs like Nathaniel Brown has.
Mr. Brown is a, how do you say, disruptive innovator. We can't just rebuild
Una potenziata, tra l'altro.
That has not
Per quella cosa che ha in testa, immagino.
Sì, è, diciamo un identificativo.
over.
I'm sure it helps if your company's the only option for thousands of augmented construction workers.
The world has lost sight of augmented potential, but to construct, staff, and settle a zero-footprint, fully
Cioè questi
self-sufficient
PNG messi così per darti solo, cioè non ha una missione questa.
Dici? Cioè davvero così world build? Questa dava opuscoli.
So exactly how is Rabia different?
Lui si mette a discutere con le persone. Magari mentre aspetta la metropolitana.
Tra l'altro dice un'altra storia, perché vedi, è tutto rovinato il suo tavolo, atterra le
The sales
cose.
pitch was a little different before the incident. More talk about luxury, less about augmentation.
That was before Mr. Brown bought back the contract from the government of Oman. The world changed, and we changed with it. Now we own the city, the land, and the message it sends to the world. Everything.
If Brown has it all figured out, maybe I'll see you again in this future of yours.
There is no future for us out here. I know that much.
Guarda. Le hanno distrutto.
Like I am not a citizen here.
Lei ci spera davvero, ci crede davvero.
Niente, ora ci sono le solite 4 persone. Uno là. E 3 qua.
Vediamo.
Questo. No, sono 3 qua e uno là. Però mi sa che quello in fondo ha cambiato i vestiti. Ogni tanto quindi c'è una varianza. Boh, voglio
C'è anche
vederlo.
una nera, prima. È tipo casuale.
Man, did you hear Lazarus is late?
Questo gioco, non lo so. È incredibile che non l'ho mai Sentito più di tanto.
Here, enjoy.
Smart ass.
Smart ass.
ID check BH847. I see. Thanks. You must think you're something special, eh? Get the hell out of here.
Allora, questa è una cosa che dopo un po' stanca. Dall'altro lato.
Great.
Qui dove stava il poliziotto.
Were you seeing anything unusual?
Magari troviamo la password sul PC.
Stay sharp.
Però non ti vedono gli altri poliziotti.
Bah, mi sono appena rivolti a me, adesso stay sharp. Però non mi sembrava una...
Ok. Quindi non ti odiano.
Sembra la tizia Daria. È lei?
È Daria Myska. Ah, Myska, non Mistra.
Are we too late?
Oh no, sarà la prossima vittima. Lei è la prossima vittima. Codice della porta. Just as I said. 0010. Non ti piace quello che fa.
What a swing. How are you? Are we too late?
Non mi piace se gli tocchi la porta. No, non lo fa. Oh wow. Altra gabbia lì. Pugno, 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 pugno.
Granate EMP buone. Eccole qua.
Eccolo. You.
Ok, uguale a quello che avevamo fatto. Pelliccia di orso, però è proprio quello. Non è che l'ha drogata e poi la...
Dici che è stato il politico? Dici che è stato il politico?
Boh.
What?
Strip club.
Con potenziata e prostituzione. L'orso. Ma non mi sembra un tizio... Svopocca non è quello. Secondo lui il poliziotto era un altro. No, no, no. Ma il politico è un red herring, cioè...
Ci sta, però a quel punto non capisco l'orso che lo fanno apposta.
Ti devono far dubitare fino all'ultimo.
Ok.
Non c'è un PC qua, niente? No.
No, no.
Però è un ufficio interrato, cioè... Johnny Gunn, l'ultimo sospetto. Cosa farei se fossi in te davanti alla polizia?
Solo quando faccio le macchine loro o delle macchine specifiche.
Solo le macchine della polizia non puoi derubare, quelle dei civili sì. Aspetta, prego.
Who else will take care of it? Anything? Stay over. Do not go.
Porti la luce rossa.
Great. Another one.
Bosses move, you move. What if we're being watched, right? Never think about that.
Se avessi dei potenziamenti di questo tipo, cosa ti metteresti?
Boh. Sicuramente quello per saltare è bello, ma quello della... non lo so. Bisognerebbe vivere qui in questo mondo per capire.
Where are you going?
Perché eri prima in giro? Oh what?
Where are you going?
Era un ex alcolizzato e ora sta bevendo di nuovo. Vedi, tu devi avere motivo di sospettare entrambi. Si sta ubriacando.
Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Bello pulito sta.
That's right.
È figo però il modello.
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
Angela's dead. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. They found her body in an alley.
Yeah, well, you're not the one to tell me, so I appreciate your way of trying to break it to me, though. Do you know if she died quick or not?
No, I don't.
I hope so. Angie didn't deserve to suffer.
So you did know already?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
These sobriety chips belong to you, right?
Some version of me that believed he could stop drinking. Yes.
The name of this AA group. I've seen it before. It came up in an old police report I looked at recently. A member was murdered not long ago. An augmented girl. Just like Angela.
Small world. Don't know if you've heard, but things aren't going so well for us Augs. A lot of us like to drink.
Angela's murder has the same MO. I'm willing to bet they were committed by the same person. So I have two victims, and I have you connected to both.
You got nothing. Survive long enough, and people around you start dying. I'm not celebrating the fact, but don't come in here trying to make me feel guilty about it either. It's got nothing to do with me. It's been ages since I went to an AA meeting, and I don't know anything about a murdered girl.
These sobriety chips may still stack up against you.
You're pissing in the dark.
You don't seem too broken up about Angela's death. She was your wife, wasn't she?
Ex-wife. We were divorced.
Is that supposed to explain why you don't care?
People die. Whether or not I care is between me and my memories of them. It's got nothing to do with you.
Chiederei,
What
sì.
went wrong with your marriage? If you got divorced, then obviously something did.
What are you, 5? Adults get sick of each other. The ones that don't are just pretending. Lock any two people in a room and they'll learn to hate each other sooner or later. It's the most natural thing in the world. I'm actually surprised Angie held out as long as she did. You know, people say I'm not very easy to like.
You don't say. So Angela left you, and you resented her for it.
Resented her? No. That's not who my resentment is directed toward right now.
You resent me? Because I'm trying to figure out who killed her?
Because you're treating me like a suspect. Because you're acting like you care more about her than I do. And mostly because you're the first human being to walk into my apartment and talk to me in almost a year. A year! And this is what we're talking about. I resent the situation.
Tutto bene questo dialogo.
Anything else come to mind about Angela?
At night, her hair used to get in my nose and make it itchy. It was annoying, but nice. Made me feel you.
Bellissimi, è vero, sono proprio belli i dialoghi a volte.
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean?
Bell Tower cos'era?
How?
Un gruppo di mercenari.
It doesn't mean anything. It's just that I dealt with the company a while back, that's all.
Really? You know, you look familiar. We didn't work together, did we? Did you know Girardelli? Or maybe Powell?
No, I doubt I knew them personally.
That's too bad. We were all in New South Wales together. I thought maybe you... Never mind. And they're all doing fine now. Relatively.
Australia. You were there during the Civil War?
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want.
I didn't choose to be augmented either. Not when it first happened.
Apparently we're supposed to be grateful. Alloy's so much better than skin, right? At least, that's how they sold it to me.
For some things it is. Not for everything.
I can walk through fire, but sand won't stick between my toes. I can shove a knife through my hand,
Omega.
but I can't trust what I feel. Even my dreams are made of alloy.
Both of your hands are made of alloy?
Fingers are for human beings, Mr. Gunn. What you have is so much greater.
And then they told me what they want me to do, and what would happen to me if I didn't. Well, let me tell you something. That's not me anymore. Hasn't been for a very long time.
They found a partial print on Angela's neck. Belongs to whoever strangled her.
My hands were designed to kill in wars no one's ever heard of. I couldn't leave a trace on someone's skin, even if I wanted to.
They did it so you can kill better.
So I'd never get caught. Ironic, right? Being a good killer is probably what saves me here. Or, you still think I killed Angela?
I'm sorry for what Bell Tower did to you.
Don't be. They gave me tools they wanted me to have. That it was in their interest for me to have.
Quindi vuole accusare il politico.
To use them?
Beh, sì.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd very much
Abbiamo
like
delle
to
prove
be
contro il
left alone.
politico.
Ma ha passato la notte a
Ma magari ha mandato qualcun altro.
Però mi quadra, perché i peli dell'orso stavano nel suo posto, però stavano pure sulla vecchia scena.
Tomorrow.
Oh, sì.
If there is 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer.
So the sentiment that it is being enacted as a form of subjugation is false, then, Doctor?
Poi una bisù. Bravo.
Sembra che...
Qual è la radio sulla mensola?
Torna da Montag. No, abbiamo tutto qua.
Pigno. Questo era il servizio di pulizie dei devali per le notti a neon.
Che memoria,
Ho appena rivisto il nostro gameplay. Timestamps non si fanno da soli. Torna da Montag.
Can't even trust the department.
Pezzi distrutti.
Il rumore della Seafood.
Dormire per terra, con tanto di panchine accanto però.
Ok. Non mi aspettavo che una missione punto di interesse fosse lunga più di un'ora, eccetera.
Conta che ad esempio Notti al Neon era un altro punto di interesse.
Ah, ok, è nata così, ok.
Però...
Vedi, quello che dico io, se dei giochi non serve farle proliferare le missioni secondarie, basta che ne fai 2 o 3 bene, belle, significative, che potevi anche non fare per la storia, ed è sufficiente. Non serve fare tipo 100 missioni secondarie.
O sai quelle missioni tipo collezionabili, quelle robe
Fetch
lì.
quest.
Fetch quest, esatto. Cioè se trovi il collezionabile è bene, come qui in questo gioco, perché trovi i triangolini che adesso non possiamo più scannerizzare. Però vabbè, dettagli.
This can't be happening to me.
Ah, se ne sono andati tutti.
Anche lei.
By the way,
Ma è
I told
pericoloso
Daria
se
to go home.
quella se ne va,
I really don't think she saw anything.
perché la stanno seguendo.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
Ah, sì?
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
Ah. Non puoi. Poi non importa adesso. Volevo vedere se possiamo andare
Actually, there's
da
something I need
Daria.
to check first. I don't want
Ha
to
detto che
accuse
è la
the
nostra
wrong man.
vicina di casa.
Don't overthink it.
A questo punto, non lo so, io sono indeciso tra nessuno.
O Radko. Io vorrei vedere prima Daria, l'ha mandata a casa, è la nostra vicina. Potremmo cogliere in flagrante il fatto.
You think you're better than me?
Ma lavati.
Però adesso, you think you're better than me?
What?
I don't talk to strangers.
Qua. Là, c'era un corpo a terra. Così sono in neo. What?
Vypadni odsud, blbečku, už takhle mám problémů až dost.
No, ma non è la nostra vicina, cioè, è proprio un altro posto dove stanno succedendo cose. Che caos.
Noi stiamo ancora più sopra.
Ok, ma all'ultimo piano.
You want praxis?
I might be.
They sell these things.
Yeah, I got.
Questo è Matthew Mercer, è vero?
Sì.
I sell weapons.
I sell these things.
Tutto l'altro sta. Abbiamo un sacco di munizioni, esatto.
No, ne ho vendute prima, quelle che non servivano. Mo le abbiamo ritrovate, però prima le avevo svuotate tutte.
Quelle in più vuoi prendere?
No, no. Però sono da pistola quelle.
Ma noi abbiamo il coso... il perk. Con le munizioni MP.
No, però usa munizioni Tesla, che sono a parte.
No, Tesla... Oh no. Forse hai ragione tu.
I'll be on my way.
Sì, infatti non le segna le munizioni là.
Daz is the man. He'll set you up.
Questo è il magazzino dei tizi giù, dei venditori di armi.
Al piano di sopra?
Sì.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Ma mi vedono?
No, non penso.
Pure?
Come si ricordava, invece no, vedo la cuccia di un gatto, tipo. Quindi sarà la nostra vicina. L'orso.
Non è che è stata lei?
Oddio. Puntato su casa nostra il telescopio. Le foto sulla parete. Accanto al telescopio.
Gatto.
No, sempre il gatto.
Il computer ci potrebbe dire qualcosa. Casa sua. Però lei l'ha mandata a casa, ma lei non è tornata.
C'è l'orso.
Il fatto che ci sia l'orso è...
Super sus. Il telescopio puntato su casa nostra.
Poi lei che non ci ha detto che cosa stava facendo qua, stava passando.
Verso il gatto.
Non voleva parlare con la polizia.
C'è un'altra porta, l'hai visto?
Sì.
Sì.
Ci proviamo. Ah no, non possiamo.
Qua. Scanalizzerei poi. No. Computer fissato su casa nostra è super creepy. Io ho preso la mia decisione.
Questo è il dispositivo di disturbo.
Abbiamo i materiali per craftare?
Sì.
Altrimenti avevamo anche il perk in realtà, però. What? Qui col telescopio puoi girarti intorno e vedere. Questo è il massimo? Ma fissata coi gatti, questo è poco ma sicuro.
Che cosa doveva pulire da terra? Sangue.
Quello è sangue, è vero.
Nessuno dei due sarà la mia risposta, perché...
Rimane un caso irrisolto.
Daz is the man. He'll set you up.
Basta,
You're
Palei.
joking, right? Fuck walking this speed.
Doesn't it feel like something is about to happen?
This is some sick shit.
You think I don't know what's going on here? Enjoying yourself, detective.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
Mi sono tentata di vedere la soluzione, però io non accuserei Radko a caso. Cioè lo accuserei solo per avere un vantaggio politico, ma non perché è l'assassino veramente.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
This was the work of a harvester copycat. This isn't some domestic dispute gone horribly wrong. It's part of something bigger. Someone's out there pretending to be a dead serial killer.
I see you looked into that old case I pointed you toward.
The MO is a perfect match. I read the notes and I compared them to this murder. The two victims were killed by the same person, I'm sure of it.
All right, let's say that's true. That doesn't necessarily exclude Johnny. It just means he's killed more than one person.
Look, I'm just telling you what I found. For a while I thought it might be Radko Perry.
Ha detto l'altra
Maybe he was
corruzione.
behind all of this. But that wasn't right either.
What makes you so sure?
I pretended to be Radko during a text messaging conversation. Turns out he rented himself a couple of augmented girlfriends the night of the murder. He was with them the whole time. They got video that proves it and they're using it to blackmail him.
The less I know about Radko's personal life, the better. What I meant was, what makes you so sure it can't be Johnny?
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
Hey,
Oh.
Rocky, get over here. It's time to wrap this up.
Abbiamo preso un... come si chiamano in italiano?
Achievement, un traguardo.
Trofeo.
We're busy.
All right, let's call it a night.
Ok, se ne vanno.
To pick her up.
Ok.
What do we do about
Perché
Johnny
dice così?
Gunn?
Forget him for now. Forget everything.
Sir?
I have no idea who did this, and neither do you. That may scare the shit out of me, and it may piss some people off, but it's the truth.
Yes, sir.
And would someone please get me a damn coffee?
Ok, quindi abbiamo finito. Secondo me poi ci sarà una continuazione. Ah.
Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
I don't know who killed Angela Gunn, but I do know it wasn't an isolated case.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful. Keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Sì. Non è l'ultima volta che sentiamo parlare di questa faccenda. Addirittura un sequel.
Andiamo da Collar, che sono molto curioso.
Sì, finalmente. Magari ci potremo sbloccare tutti i perk senza avere malus. Come dire questa frase completamente in italiano?
Forse possiamo sbloccare tutti i potenziamenti senza subire penalità.
Grazie, prof.
Questo è più il traduttore che il prof, però.
Vero. Soltanto che io dovrei diventare professoressa di italiano, non è...
O traduttrice, tra l'altro.
Traduttrice, non mi fa molto onore non sapere come.
Ah, questo che era morto.
Sì.
Qui hai detto malus.
Malus.
Ma quello è latino comunque, quindi si può usare.
Non c'è Collar. Forse è sopra. È al piano superiore. O no?
Oh, sta qua, sta qua.
Ah.
Things with Otar aren't going so well, Jensen.
Rivali di
Sorry about
nuovo.
your place, Kohler. Are you all right?
Physically, yes.
Mi hanno distrutto la libreria, no?
I just kind of... You know, I actually had some real good books up there.
Cioè,
The
neanche un
bookstore was
libro
kind of a
ok.
front, sure, but it was my front. The version of me I presented to the world. That means something.
It means whatever deal you thought you had with the Diwalis is apparently off.
My deal. Right.
You said something before about Otar putting heat on you as a way of putting heat on Radich. Whatever Otar's reasons are, they're obviously not going away.
I told you, Jensen. I gave Radich my word about something, and I'm not gonna betray him so easy. See? This is what Otar wants. For me to start blabbing things I shouldn't. Look, let's just optimize that rig of yours, huh? You got the neuroplasticity calibrator for me or what?
I know you may not want to talk about what happened to your store.
I get where you're coming from, okay? But try to understand, Jensen. I'm a guy who likes to respect privacy. Especially if the other person is someone who can kill me. Which is real good for you, actually. It goes both ways.
You're willing to ignore what happened?
I am trying to protect myself. Maybe next time they don't just burn the store, huh?
I rely on you, Kohler. And I'm willing to help if I can. I don't want to have to identify your remains next time I come in for a tune-up.
Neither of us want that. But sometimes, it's better to sweep the ashes under the rug. Now come on! Let's
È figo,
optimize
cioè,
that
mi
rig
piace
of
un
yours.
sacco i potenziamenti che ha. Un concept incredibile di personaggio.
You can't hide forever. What are you going to do when Otar comes back?
What do you expect from me? I am tangled up with these people now. This is what I get for saying yes to Radich. But what choice did I have? What choice do I have now?
Your choice is to tell me what the hell is going on. What does Otar want from you?
He wants to know what I know about Radich. That Radich
Potenziato Radic. Basta.
That Radich needs me. The way you need me, Jensen. You understand?
Radich is augmented.
The head of the Diwali man. If Otar finds this out, if any of the Diwali finds this out, they are not very open-minded about these things.
Yeah, I get it, Kohler. So what are you gonna do?
When augmented people ask for help, I help them. I continue to help Radich.
This procedure. There won't be any surprises like last time.
Last time I was surprised by your crazy tech. But now is totally different. Now I know what's under that hood of yours. And you got me the tool I need. Changes everything.
So this is gonna take care of the glitches I've been experiencing?
Absolutely. I'm gonna optimize your system. That means no more overheating, which means no more glitches. Jensen 2.0. Sounds pretty good, right?
Alright. Please, tell me this is what a neuroplasticity calibrator looks like.
That's the one! Okay, this won't take long, I promise. And don't worry, man, I never screw up 2 in a row. Spent a lot of time prepping for this one.
Just try not to take anything.
Mi chiedo, queste braccia di metallo e tutto, ti tolgono il tatto?
Boh, secondo me c'erano dei connessi al cervello per averlo. Fatto?
That wasn't so bad, right? How do you feel?
I feel fine. I feel lighter.
I fixed you. Death to all your limits. Whatever implant you want to activate, you activate. 0 consequences.
That sounds pretty good. Thanks, Kohler, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Just get out there and make me proud. Go make use of all that cool shit.
Quindi non abbiamo più il sovraccarico. Che carino, Collar.
Ci servirà parecchio questo. E quindi ci resta solo una missione.
Abbiamo fatto tutto?
Eh sì.
Ok. Con chi ha costruito la bomba, il confronto. Siamo arrivati a un punto importantissimo della storia. I nodi vengono al pettine. A che punto del gioco pensi di stare?
60%, 65%, forse un po' più avanti. Quanto era su How Long to Beat? Noi siamo a circa 20 ore.
A 30 ore il completionist.
Ah, ok. Quindi forse non siamo neanche troppo lontani. Però ci sono dei fili ancora aperti. Questa cosa dei potenziamenti mi lascia quasi supporre che non siamo troppo lontani, perché sembra molto un potenziamento low level. Vedi, è cambiato l'inquadratura.
Sì, non è
un potenziamento high level, cioè end game, però boh.
Più che altro, secondo me, 30 ore comprende anche i punti di interesse che non sempre riusciamo a trovare, perché significa esplorare tutto, perché a volte li trovi non quando ti chiamano, ok, ma letteralmente a caso, esplorando in giro, come è stato per esempio le notti a neon. Quindi secondo me la main story è lì. Oh, perché Miller ci vuole incontrare sempre in questo posto super creepy?
Qui qua sta Chicane. Sono appena tornati.
Salviamo?
Sì.
So you found the bomb maker. Linked everything to Ark.
Not exactly.
Jesus, Jensen.
We did find the bomb maker. Allison Stanek, a local resident. We have her in custody now. But she told me she'd made dozens more bombs before we arrested her. And she delivered them to Viktor Marchenko.
So it was Ark?
A splinter faction inside Ark. I'm telling you, Miller, something more is going on here. Stanek told me Marchenko has a base of operations in the Swiss Alps, a research facility called Garm. That sound like something Ark has the resources for to you?
I'll contact McCready. Get him and a few analysts to work up a plan.
We need to move on this now. Chicane and I can fly there and back, get a lay of the land, while Mac and his team do the research.
Really? Got it all figured out in that clockwork head of yours. Oh, what the hell? I'm in.
You got enough fuel to get to Switzerland?
To get us there, sure.
Rientro?
Do it. But this is recon only. Do not engage. Contact me the minute you have something.
Yes, sir.
You've proven yourself so far on this one, Jensen. Don't screw it up.
Ok, sto facendo bene.
Copy that. Miller's not used to giving compliments, is he?
He's getting static from the brass. They're starting to riot in Gollum over that shit with Rucker. I'm sure he doesn't blame you. Much. Anymore.
And what do you think?
I think tracking that bomb maker was some fine work. If the intel you got from her stands true, Gollum City will be the least of our problems.
Ce lo siamo fatti amico.
So what do you say we go find out how deep in it we are, right? You all set?
Questa cosa mi fa pensare che ci sono tanti finali. Tanti sviluppi. Dobbiamo andare.
Non abbiamo altro da fare qua.
Forse è una resa dei conti.
I know you asked me to
Di quel
memorize
di
that speech you
quella
gave
che
when we
abbiamo
first
fatto
flew into Gollum
oggi.
together, but
The one about us not being friends ever. But now you want to ask me about my leg, don't you?
I'm only curious. We've all got a story.
No, that's not it. What you really want to know is, do I hate him? The man that tore out my knee. His name was Lachlan Beats. He was a laborer. Worked in the mines up near Bendigo before everything went to hell. Beats was a family man who did what he thought he had to do in order to provide for his family. See, back then, nobody could compete with you Ogs when it came to manual labor jobs. So, he made a choice, if you can call it that.
È un illuminato, Lachlan
And his
Beats.
choice changed your life.
Il capo degli
You
illuminati.
don't resent Beats for what happened?
What I resent are the men who coaxed men like him to get augmentations, men who enforced a system where the rich could buy artificial expertise without thinking about what it would cost all of us in the end. No, I don't resent him. At least not anymore. I was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Story of my life. So look, on that sunshiny note, what do you say we put some miles behind us?
Io andrei.
Sì, non abbiamo nient'altro da fare qua. Secondo me torneremo, non è la missione finale.
Sì, alla fine perché è uscito lo stesso identico messaggio anche l'altra volta al Golem.
Sì, se non avessimo fatto quelle che abbiamo fatto adesso, probabilmente...
Svizzera.
Gum just popped up on radar. I'll keep us beyond visual range and engage DRFM jamming. You can scan the facility from the air with...
Negative. I'm gonna find out what's being planned. I gotta get inside.
Crazy. We have no way of knowing what's in there.
I'm tired of flying this limousine around. Did you say you wanted to get back in the action?
Fine. I'm not setting us down.
Miller era super susso comunque prima.
Sì?
Perché ha fatto proprio l'espressione della serie: ha scoperto troppo. Sa troppo.
Chi?
Miller.
Ah.
A un certo punto Jensen gli ha detto le cose e infatti lui ma il fatto che non voleva che entrasse, che facesse solo una ricognizione, non lo so, a me Miller è solo un ingranaggio, ma
Ok. Direi che... Ecco, lei era
la madre del dio macchina.
Ok ragazzi, ci vediamo alla prossima, ci stiamo avvicinando verso un punto clou. La prossima sarà questa indagine all'interno di questa facility in Svizzera.
Dungeon.
Yes. A presto ragazzi, ciao.
Ciao.